Hello everyone, and welcome to a new comparison video between the First Order Transporter and the Imperial Shuttle Tydirium. So today I'm doing a slightly different comparison to the last one, which should be on my channel by now. And this time I'm going to divide it into several segments, starting off with the minifigures and the instruction manual, and then I'll compare how the set looks and the value for the amount of money that you pay for it. So I'll put a bit of information on both sides of the screen for the two sets, so the price and piece count, that sort of thing. And obviously then I'll go on to talk about how many minifigures they have, the value, that sort of thing. So that's what you can expect in this video. It might be a bit longer than the old one, but should be a bit more informative, and I'm looking forward to making it. So without further ado, let's take a look at the minifigures of each set. So firstly, we're going to take a look at the First Order Transporters minifigures. As you can see, there's 7 of them, which is a really good number, and we have 2 Stormtroopers, 2 Flame Troopers, a couple of Resistance Troopers, and then we have Captain Phasma. So great selection of minifigures. The First Order ones are really good for building an army of them if you want to do that. So this is a great set for getting multiple of. And the Resistance have some varied armour and that sort of thing, so they look good. Captain Phasma is an amazing looking minifigure. If you want to see a more in-depth look at these minifigures, then there's a link in the description to my review of both of these sets. So I'll give you that, and then you can take a look at the back printing and that sort of thing. But other than that, that's these minifigures. This is one of the main drawing features to this set, so if you get it, that's one of the most appealing parts. So now let's take a look at the Imperial Shuttle, which also has some good minifigures. So only 5 minifigures this time, and obviously they're a bit older, they're not part of the First Order, so they're not quite as good, but there's some high profile characters such as Leia, Han and Chewie. Chewie still has the old bowcaster, which is not a stud shooter, which is nice. And Leia and Han look really good. Leia in her poncho, I think she might be exclusive to this set, but I can't quite remember. The 2 Rebel soldiers make a nice addition and are useful for building up a Rebel army, that sort of thing, if you really want to make an Endor mock or something. So that's a good reason to get this set. But overall, I just have to give the minifigure advantage to the First Order Transporter because it has 7 and it has a great number of First Order minifigures just for building up your army, and they're all new and desirable, and just to top it off, it has Captain Phasma, so that's why I'm giving it to the First Order Transporter. So now let's take a look at the instruction manuals. So here we have the 2 manuals. As you can see, the Imperial Shuttle manual is quite a lot bigger in terms of height. So that's, I don't know, that might be a positive. It does have a couple hundred more pieces, so that might be why. The cover art for both of them is nice, and they both have exactly the same feel to them. They're made of the same material. Let's take a look at the number of steps on this one. As you can see, the First Order Transporter instruction manual has 132 pages. So that's good solid instruction manual. Neither of them come in the old annoying lots of 2 instruction manuals, so that's positive. And here we can see this one has 154, so the Imperial Shuttle wins on that. I don't know what you prefer, less or more. I definitely prefer having more steps. So I'm going to give this to the Imperial Shuttle. That's 1 point each. Just in terms of the back of the book, this one is advertising the Resistance Pose X-Wing, and this one is advertising the Lego Club and showing all of the minifigures from that wave, I'm guessing, or possibly just that year. They both obviously have the inventory at the back. You can see some of the other waves from the year. So I'm going to give that to the Imperial Shuttle. And now let's take a look at the features of the sets. So I would say that the First Order Transporter has around 5 features. This is it. I'm going to take a look at both of them individually and then put them together, and we can decide which one looks nicer. You can see it has the spring-loaded shooters, the stud shooters, and here if you load a minifigure in there, you can pop him out of the top hatch, which obviously only works with a minifigure, but that's a cool feature to it. which I showed in my review, and if you pull the knob at the bottom out, you get an open door, which is really nice, and you can make the scene from Jakku like that. And finally, if you count this as a feature, you can open the door and put a guy into the cockpit. So there are the features of this set. It's good value. It's quite compact for 700 pieces, but that's a good thing. It means that you're getting more sort of quality of build and more structural integrity. So this is a really good set. It is really fun to build, and now we're going to take a look at the features of the Imperial Shuttle and how it looks and that sort of thing. So let's take a look at that. So here's the Imperial Shuttle with a good number of features as well. You can open the cockpit, which has a very nice feeling to it. It slides open. You can retract and open the landing gear on the bottom, and you can pull both wings down to the appropriate angles from the film. You have a few wings here, just aesthetic features, and you have the spring-loaded shooter there. Here is the section where you can get into the inside of the ship by opening these two sections here. On the inside you just have a couple of seats and space for storage, that sort of thing. And those are the features for the set. So a good number, but not as many as the other one, or probably not as cool. That the other one is loaded with features as like a playset. You also have the drop down hatch to get, so you can put the Emperor on there and get him out of here. But overall, I'm going to give it to the other set. Even if it doesn't have as many features, this one probably isn't as good in terms of features. So the first order transporter gets the advantage for features, and now we're going to look at the aesthetic features of both of the ships. So straight away I'm going to give the advantage to the Imperial Shuttle, because it just looks better as a set, I think, in my opinion. However, this one does look very good in an army, so that's a good reason to get it. This one is just too iconic though, and it makes up so many good scenes from the original trilogy. So time for some final thoughts, and I'll tell you which set you should buy and which one I like more on the whole. These are obviously two very equal sets due to their price, and they're both still available from the LEGO store. So without further ado, let's get into a conclusion. Uh-oh, there's a battle going on, so it looks like I should conclude this video quickly. Now, which one should you buy? Two very equal sets. They're both still available, but they're both retiring soon, as far as I'm aware. So you might only be able to get one of them, ever. Which one should that be? Now, if you like minifigures and you really love The Force Awakens, I would really recommend getting the First Order Transporter. It comes with 2 Resistance troopers, if they stick around. They seem to be running away at the moment. And it comes with Captain Phasma. She is a really great minifigure. However, the other one, if you enjoy collecting rebel armies, that sort of thing, is also very good. The overall ship design on the Imperial Shuttle is better, in my opinion, than the First Order Transporter. And the First Order Transporter looks a bit sort of small and stubby compared to it, even with a similar piece count. You're getting more bricks for your money on the Imperial Shuttle. However, the other one is available for a cheaper price, I think, if you search around. In my opinion, my favourite set of the two is the First Order Transporter, because it comes with those minifigures, and I loved getting it because it was just after The Force Awakens and I was really excited about it. And the other one is also an amazing set, so you can't go wrong with either of them, but I would choose another First Order Transporter, or I would choose to get that instead of the other one. So that's my opinion. Tell me what you think. Tell me which comparison you want to see next, and what sort of videos you want to see next in general. So thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.